Sometimes when I'm eating out at a restaurant, I think about whose mouth this fork was in last.
Oh.
And I feel like way connected to them just instantly in that moment.
Think about it.
So
I'm going to do that.
we could play a fun little bonding game called Pass the Fork right now. I've got it. Or I could just ask what's on your mind.
I don't trust you to only put that in your mouth.
Yeah. Let's say we do the what's on your mind bit.
Fine, party poopers. We'll start, I guess, with Brooke and just ask the simple question, what's on your mind, Brooke?
Well, I was at the grocery store the other day, and I was checking out, and I had, of course, purchased some wine.
Oh, shocker.
And the cashier goes to me, "Are you 21?
I mean, not to laugh, but that's cute, right?
No, I was like, oh, she doesn't realize. I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
got it.
flattered. I'm
Okay,
flattered.
good.
And I'm like, yes, obviously. And I let her know that I was born in 1980.
Okay.
And I am just feeling good
Yeah.
at this point, right?
Because you're already 2 bottles of wine deep that you drank before you even checked out, so no wonder.
And then she says, well, you look great.
Oh.
Aww.
But adds on to it,
Uh-oh.
have you heard of Trenton Owen? And I'm like,
What's
Who?
that?
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, is it some talent agency
Some
for women
fancy-
who look way younger than they actually are?
A TV model
Yeah.
agency?
And so I say, no, what is it? And she goes, oh, it's this heavy duty retinol cream that will take out your fine lines and wrinkles.
Oh,
And I'm like, excuse me, what? I thought I was just young a second ago. I was young. And now here we are.
Oh.
So did you buy the retinol cream for yourself?
And I
Or?
looked it up and I've been reading into the
It's really trendy if that makes you feel better.
So
Yeah.
wait, did she set you up to put you down kind
I
of thing?
don't know, but if
Aw.
anybody's using it, if they could let me know if there are any bad side effects. Because
The next one, you want it to be a real compliment.
yeah, you know, I haven't gone down the Botox lane yet, so maybe
Yeah.
this is better.
You don't need
yeah.
it, Brooke. Look at your face. Guys, look at the
See,
video.
I
Look
want
at her
to
in the
believe
face.
you. I want to believe you,
No,
just
you
like I
really
wanted to
don't.
believe the cashier when she said, "Are you 21?" But it's all a lie.
You got time, Brooke.
I mean, it couldn't hurt just to buy a little
Yeah.
bit. But Jose, what's been on your mind?
Well, if you guys don't know, my dad lives out of town, and recently he came to visit me for my birthday, which is today, by the way.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay, thank you. So we brought him to the radio station, and he got to meet everyone and hug everyone. He's a big hugger.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is why I'm a big hugger.
I love your
Sweetest
dad.
man ever.
He really is. And he didn't remember everyone's name, but he remembers all the faces. So
Yeah.
he knows who everyone is.
Right.
But there's one person that really stuck with him the most, and he definitely remembered his name.
Oh, who's
What's
that?
that?
That is the program director to our radio station.
What?
Because
Why?
I have a feeling I know why. When he was talking to our boss, our boss casually mentioned to my dad, well, by the way, Jose, you look so young and great. You know, he told him, you look very, you're
You have
laughing,
the
you're doing
southern,
it good.
you have the southern accent.
Sorry.
It's really good.
Let me do it with the accent. so
Okay,
you guys are-
and just so you know, Jose is your dad's name as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, my dad's name is Jose,
Okay.
as
Yeah,
well
yeah.
as mine. So he's Big Jose, I'm Little Jose. So he pretty much said, Big Jose, you look great. Oh, my goodness. Like, you're tan, you look energetic and young.
Mm-hmm.
My dad brought that up
Oh.
6 times throughout the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame him. After I had this experience with the cashier.
Think of you.
Because I bet Jose's dad uses that retinol cream and looks fantastic because of it.
But we would just be like a lull in conversation sitting there, and he would be like, you know what? I really like your boss, Jose. When he is a nice guy. When he told me that I look young, he made me feel so good. He seems very good at his job.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm like, I know. I'm like, no, he is great. And then another time, he's like, you know the boss of yours? Will you tell him I said hello? I really liked him.
Okay.
Do you remember when he called me young looking? I'm like, yes, Dad, I do know.
But the rest of us who gave him
I
hugs
know,
and
and
took photos with him.
I talked to him for 20 minutes about cars.
He still adds an S to Brooke's name.
About cars and what kind of gas mileage they're getting.
Yeah, he remembers Jeff because you were, last time he saw you were like assistant producer of the show. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, Dad, that's Jeffrey, from the name. And he's like, oh.
Never
good.
heard of him,
Oh,
no.
good for Jeffrey. Oh, he's so nice. I'm proud of him. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
Next time, just compliment him, basically.
Yeah,
to
that's
get to
what
like
I'm
us.
getting at.
Okay.
If you want to get on my dad's good side, which a couple of my friends did too, give him a hug, tell
Okay.
him he looks young, and forever you will be his best friend.
Do you know what? That's the same for me.
Yeah, okay. My dad and Brooke. give them hugs and show them love. Thank you very much.
Let's go to someone who actually has some self-worth on this show. Alexis, tell us what's been on your mind.
So I'm coaching high school track, this season.
That's right.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Super fun for you.
And it's been like a goal of mine to, I want them to like respect me, like me, think I'm cool.
Yeah, it's not pathetic at all.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
And I ran track in the past. That hasn't really impressed them. Working at the radio station, not impressive to them.
You do know that when the people go back to high school and try to be cool, that's not
Yeah.
cool, right?
It's
doesn't
too
go
late.
over
I'm in
well.
deep.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
deep. I'm still trying.
Got it.
And there was a big track meet over the weekend we were at, okay? And high schoolers racing, but also some pro runners, okay?
Oh, big
And
one.
there was a race going on. It's like a distance medley relay, and a pro team set the world record in it.
awesome.
Right?
Wow.
So it was a huge deal. Everyone's going crazy. The kids are like on a high. They think it's the coolest thing ever. They're witnessing a world record
They'll
happen.
never forget that moment.
Well, guess who's friends with those runners?
All right.
Oh, wow.
And guess who was staying at an Airbnb with them for the weekend?
No
Me!
All right.
And so
Did you finally get the cred that you
Yes,
deserve?
I
You're in the
did.
cool crowd.
So I go up to them after the race, and I'm talking to them, and they're hugging me, and we're just chatting, and the team sees it.
Oh, and the teenagers are like, wait, is that Alexis
Yes,
with the real
yes,
runners?
Yes, and it was my moment. I got it.
Wow.
And I finally became cool.
Yay.
I don't know how long it'll last.
It ends right now when you go on the radio and start bragging. about it.
That's true.
Well, they don't listen, so I actually might be good.
It's not cool.
You just got to bring the real runners with you everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah, trust me, I'm trying to get him to come to practice
Nice.
ASAP. Yeah.
Maybe they'll let you prom queen this year.
Yay, I can only hope.
I like how all three of us just really want acceptance this week.
Yeah.
That's true.
But anyways, it was a big moment.
That's dope, though. Good for you.
Alexis.
Good for them.
Cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, good for them.
No. This is all Alexis's win. Alexis, you did it.
Thank you.
All right, Jeffrey, what's on your mind?
So over the weekend, I hosted a charity auction.
Oh,
and
that's right, man. That's
I've,
awesome.
I've worked this event a few times.
Yeah.
But this year, the organizers decided that they had to add a second person to host along with me.
Okay.
And
Folks
most
can have
people
support.
would take offense to that. Like, what?
I don't know that
Am
anyone
I
would,
not
but
enough?
Okay.
You have to add more? But honestly, for me, I'm more like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else can talk, please.
Yeah.
So they hired this local celebrity who used to be on TV, but now he does auctioneering full time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before the event, I asked my producer, like, hey, can you help me come up with a few like funny lines? Like just a couple like jokes that I could toss his way. And apparently, our producer has worked with this guy before because we were writing some zingers for this
God.
dude. Just coming after him about how auctioneering isn't a real job. And how
Jeff.
we had to move the venue downtown this year because it's closer to the unemployment offices where he collects his checks.
Oh, Jeff.
And I'm like,
Bro, this is like a roast.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a roast. It was a charity auction, Jeff.
well, I
Well,
was
he knew though. You guys.
I was worried. I was like, man, producer, are you sure that these are gonna hit? They feel like kind
A little
of
hard?
mean.
They
Yeah.
are large, but you like went over it with him.
And our
before.
producer's like, oh yeah, no, don't worry. He's a really funny guy. He'll roll with the punches
Got
there.
it.
So
Got
the
it.
night of the auction, I let the first singer fly, and he looks stunned.
Oh.
Oh.
He's smiling, but his eyes are like, what are you doing?
Wait,
Okay,
you
so
didn't
you did
tell
not-
him?
I didn't
Tell
warn
him.
him that I was gonna roast him.
That's
Like
what
I
I
wanted
keep
it to be
saying.
natural in the moment.
So he didn't know he
Jeff,
was going to be under attack.
Oh my gosh! I kept saying you went over it with him, right?
No.
Jeffrey, he's not part of our show. He doesn't know that every moment is a moment to belittle someone else.
Well, he should. He should know that about me. And I don't turn
no.
back. I hit him with another one saying the only reason he even got this gig is because of his famous dad.
Did you say that?
I did.
You did it.
And he gave me the craziest side. Meanwhile, he's not firing anything back at me.
He's a professional.
He is just swallowing it all and like letting it eat away at his ego.
No.
How did the night end with you two? Did he punch you?
He didn't punch me. I feel like the worst one was when I started passing around a tip jar, telling everybody to give generously, because again, this is the only way he makes money.
Oh my gosh!
So-
That's the most offensive thing you did.
Well, he made a lot of money. You should thank me for it. That tip jar was full.
Actually, vicariously, you did a good thing.
By the end, I did feel like a little bit guilty because he
Yeah.
wasn't
Did you
prepared for
talk to
it.
him? Did you apologize after? Say, hey man, I hope that was cool with us. Like,
No, he didn't want to talk to me at the end.
no,
But you know what?
Right.
Today I feel like he's a seasoned celeb. He should be able to take it.
I mean,
I
hopefully
don't
as a
think
therapist.
that's how celebs work. I don't think you get them at all.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll go down to the unemployment office
Yeah.
later and I'll go
Oh,
apologize
no.
in person.
Watch, he's
Sorry,
listening,
dude, for
trying to
ribbing
give
you all
He's
night.
listening, trying to give you a second chance right now.
I mean, It's funny, but he's crying.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, text in 78592. You can tell us what's been on your mind. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.